Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Friday. Today I actually chose a different type of story by Steve Herman, and it's called The Sad Dragon, a dragon book about grief and loss. I chose this story this weekend because on Monday we actually celebrate Memorial Day. Memorial Day is an American holiday. It is always observed on the last Monday in May, and it honors the men and women who died while serving the U.S. military. So if you have any friends, family members, anyone who this book would be a great story to help them with their grief and loss, please share it. This is volume 28 in the My Dragon Book series. Hi, my name is Drew. It's been my joy to share with you many happy stories of my dragon, Diggory. There were many lessons that he's learned and funny things that he's done. I'll bet he's often made you laugh and brought you lots of fun. Do you recall when Diggory sneezed and set the couch ablaze? It was scary for a little while, but then we laughed for days. Or when he kicked the winning goal and won the soccer game? And when it was his birthday and everybody came. So many stories we have shared, filled with joy and laughter, but not every once upon a time is happily ever after. Sometimes bad things happen and make us cry. Some things we do not understand and make us question why. Although this story is very sad, we hope that you will read it, and it may not be your favorite, but we think that you might need it. It started out when Diggory was still small. He doesn't talk about it much, for it's painful to recall. Before he came to live with me, someone else had Diggory, someone who loved him very much, and Diggory loved them too. They are kind and gentle, but sadly, one day they died. Diggory's heart was broken, so he cried and cried and cried. We brought Diggory home with us and gave him time to grieve, for broken hearts need time to heal, and sorrow time to leave. Grief doesn't simply come and go. It tends to stay a while. It robbed Diggory of his joy, and it stole away his smile. When his loved one passed away, it was hard for Diggory. At first he would deny it and say, "It can't be true." Sometimes we want to shield our hearts when pain is too extreme, so Diggory would pretend that death was just an awful dream. Then Diggory got angry. He punched his fist into the air. "You did not deserve to die," he declared. "It isn't fair." He even got a little mad at his loved one who passed away. "Why did you leave me all alone and make me hurt this way?" Then he began to wonder, what if I'm the one to blame? If I'd done something different, would things still be the same? He wished that he could turn back time to make the good times last. "Just give me one more chance," he cried, "and I will change the past." There seemed nothing I could do to help my dragon friend. I was sad for Diggory Doo. It seemed his sorrow had no end. His dragon wings began to droop. He'd lost his will to fly. His shiny scales dropped one by one. His tears refused to dry. He didn't want to play with me or other girls and boys. He didn't even want to play with his favorite dragon toys. I asked him if he'd like to go to the pool or zoo or park, but he preferred to stay at home, crying in the dark. Unlike other feelings, grief is hard to understand. I said, Diggory Doo, I'm here for you, to lend a helping hand. When it comes to grieving loss, there is no one right way. In fact, the ways we deal with grief may change from day to day. Death is a part of life, and if it hasn't happened yet, someday we might lose someone we love. It might be a pet, or a family member, or we might lose a friend. But just because a loved one dies doesn't mean it is the end. Though your loved one went away, they are not truly gone. Your love for them can never die. It goes living on. They take that love to heaven, where there's no sickness and no pain. Then they send the love back as kisses in the drops of gentle rain. When you see the stars at night as they sparkle up above, you know that's the reassuring light of their endless love. When you feel the cooling breeze that drifts across your face, it's sent to dry the tears you cry and give you a sweet embrace. Everywhere you look, you are sure you see a sign that though you may be sad, everything will be just fine. Though you cannot see them, your loved one walks with you, and no matter what you suffer, their love will see you through. They want you to be happy and enjoy the life you live, and remember that you never lose the love you get and give. So live your life with peace and joy, and know that someday when you can meet them again in heaven, you'll see them once again. So when a loved one passes, despite how painful it feels, don't give up hope, but give it time, for broken hearts will heal. I hope that story helps some of you boys and girls that may be experiencing grief and loss. Please share this story with loved ones who it may help. Diggory Doo had some pretty serious things to deal with as well, and I hope this story helps give you some peace, and I hope to see you all soon.